Well, Hodge, second test is upon us at Lords. Encouraging signs from the first test, but what can we expect for this important round two?
Well, it was a good match, wasn't it? The first test match. I'm glad that Australia put up a really good show. Really exciting for viewers, and it's what's expected in Ashes contest. What I'm hoping second test is Chris Rogers peels out 100. Be nice. He's used to batting at Lords with Middlesex, so he's got some good numbers there, and hopefully he can churn them out.
Brad, what areas do you think the Aussies will be looking to improve upon?
We just underachieved, the top order in the first match. So if Boof can get that right, then showed our tail was very competitive, if not better than our top order, and our bowling was very good as well. So the statistics are there for us to do well. We've always done well at Lords, and for some reason England always tense up. So we just need a couple of good McGrath spells and we'll be there.
Just from a batting point of view, is there anything technically that you noticed in the first test that the Aussies can sharpen up on? Just reverse swing. It's troubled us a fair bit. Jimmy Anderson obviously he's a freak at it and he's doing pretty good, and he's a good bowler. Well, how do you combat that?
Just opening up your stance a little bit and just making sure you get access to the ball and not playing big shots. You just have to ride the lightning a little bit. Generally when there's reverse swing, you're only going to ever score at about 1.5, 2 runs per over. So you've really got to rein your technique in and just use the ball to glance and find little gaps. You just got to put the big shots away until you find a period where it does stop, because it is going to stop. It's just a matter of how long.
So is that an experience factor? I mean, you mentioned Chris Rogers. Is that something that's going to hold him in good stead?
Well, again, he's from Perth, so he wouldn't have seen a lot of it. He would have maybe seen a bit of it, at Melbourne if he's batted for a long period of time. But, openers, they don't generally have to worry about it too much. But, if they do survive the openers, then, we've seen the reverse coming around, the 20th over mark. So if they are on 30 or 40, then they need to just be careful of what shots they play. Just make sure that they get through that tough period and make sure that we can see that the others will cash in if the ball's not swinging. But if it is swinging, then a new batsman comes in, it's going to be tough.
Any ideas as to what sort of deck we can expect at Lords?
A flat wicket. It's always a flat wicket. There's always plenty of runs. It's good for bowling as well, but generally if you get in, there's always runs to be had. It's a fast ground, short boundaries, and it generally suits the taller bowlers, and McGrath's been pretty successful there. So we got a good tall group of bowlers. I think Jackson Bird will definitely come into consideration because he's a guy that moves the ball off the wicket. So, and going on that McGrath type of style, the guy that does move it, down the hill or up the hill, Jackson Bird does fit that mould. So, he'll definitely come into consideration. But then, does the management then go, well, we've got sort of 3 bowlers who are the same with Watson, all right armers. Is it nice to have the left armour? That's where even Faulkner might even come into consideration. He's got options there, but I'd still like to see Stark, have another go. If it's overcast, then he'll dominate. He'll do well. It's just that he's just only young and he hasn't worked out that when conditions aren't in his favour, you just need to just play a role for the captain.
And your overall feeling as to the outcome of just this Test match, but also the series itself?
Look, I think Australia will win this next Test match at Lords. I think it'll be 1-1 going into Old Trafford, and then Old Trafford will, I think, favour England a little bit, only because they're used to the conditions and it can be quite quick and bouncy, but then it will spin. So depends if they choose, they might even go in with Panesar and play 2 spinners. He's been very successful there in the past, so they might play that card and make it a little dusty, but they've changed the wicket around now from north and south they've changed it, or the other way around, was east and west, they've changed it around to north and south for a traditional wicket, so I'm not sure what they can produce there, but the short boundary's straight now instead of square, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, all the best with that, Hodge, and we'll enjoy watching the rest of the Ashes series unfold.
Thanks, Ava, and good luck to all the Aussies. Hope they do well and make this Ashes one a memorable one. Cheers, good luck.